Hey guys, welcome back to another Dedication to Secure. I am Sly, and I have taken a week or two off. And if you haven't been following from my last series on the carnivore diet, my in-laws made it, and I phased out of the carnivore diet back into just eating whatever. Yeah, I gained in a week. Week 10 days, I gained 5 pounds back. So when you come off a diet, you can be sure that you're going to put on a few pounds. So don't let that be a shocker. Your body is trying to figure out what to do with it. So I've studied out. I put on 5 pounds, 5 point something, and yeah, so let's recap. So I was on the carnivore diet, and we lost over 13 pounds together, guys. It was great. I was down 208, high 208s, and then my in-laws showed up, and I drove them around, and I did, sightseeing and eating pasta and eating pizza. And if you're watching this from the States, pizza here is completely different than pizza in America. Like, I want to say completely different. The two items that are going to be compared with, like pizza, they're not even the same ballpark. Like, the crust is different, the sauce is different, the cheese is different. It's completely different. They just look similar. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into pizza, even though I really love pizza. So, yeah, so where am I at now? I'm at so a couple days ago, yeah, I was 214 pounds, 214.8 pounds. No, yeah, I think 214, no, not 0.8. I was 208.8. Anywho, I was 214 pounds. So, high 208s, low 214s, I gained just over 5 pounds, and so, like, what happened to my body? What I've noticed was, like, it's Tuesday now, Tuesday the 16th, and on Saturday and Sunday I was still not into my new diet, which I'm going to say in a minute. You read it in the my title, so just bear with me. I didn't start my new diet, and I felt depressed. I wanted to actually make a video. I wanted to go outside. It was a beautiful day. I was mondo depressed. Like, I could barely talk. Like, I just didn't feel like talking. And my wife was asking me questions like, hey, what are we going to eat for dinner? And everything else. And I was just, I don't know, I just didn't feel like talking. I didn't feel like moving, interacting. Video games had no appeal to me anymore. Working out, well, let's face it, I haven't worked out in a couple weeks. Which, I know. So why not? I didn't feel it this weekend, and I didn't know if I was, like, suffering from just, what my wife says is that I was eating gluten throughout the week, and that's why I was feeling down. I was over gluten. Like, I had too much gluten, too much bread, too many carbs. So I started digging in. What happens when, you have too many carbs, or not too many. What happens to your body when you have carbs? And I got a little cheat sheet in front of me on my tablet, and your glucose levels rise, and your pancreas secretes insulin. So you eat bread, and you're putting glucose in your body. So your pancreas kicks in, and it's like, okay, here's some insulin. And the insulin shuttles the glucose to your cells, and that's where you get your energy. So insulin comes along and says, hey man, hop in my truck, we're going down here to your bicep and let's do some curls. That's where you're going to get your energy. So I was like, well, if carbs are supposed to be a happy food, but I was, like, really depressed. So I didn't know if, like, some of my vitamins were off, because I heard that you get vitamin D from the sun, and being out in the sun all the time, you're happy. Well, I was out in the sun all day today, and I don't know if you can see, but my forehead, well, my forehead, I got a really bad hairline. I'm a little tan. That's what happens when you work outside. And it was sunny out. Weather's getting better. Middle of April, you know. Well, I'm in a better mood today and yesterday, but I started a new diet. So I started keto. Well, I know everyone has been jumping on this, not knowing fully, like, well, what happens in keto? They're like, well, I just don't eat carbs, right? They're like, no bread. Well, I've said it many, many times. Check your labels. Check your labels. Just because something is, you know, low carb doesn't mean that it doesn't have sugar and everything else in it. Or just because you're not eating bread, I do this too much. I just noticed. Anyhow, if you're not eating bread, you're like, I'm not eating bread, I'm good. But you know, that beef jerky that you're having has carbs in it, or peanuts. Oh, peanuts have high carbs. Yeah, or even sauces. Like, I'm gonna put XYZ sauce on my my sandwich, which already has carbs in it, or on my, you know, heck, on my lettuce wrap. And you know, you're putting 5-6 carbs on there, and if you're trying to get a low carb diet, so it's tough. Now, so posing the question, what is keto? Keto is just shortened name that everyone throws out there. They're like, hey, let's do keto, you know, cut out carbs and stuff like that. Keto is ketosis. So the carnivore diet that I just did, if you haven't seen it, go back to my videos. I did, you know, almost 30 days on the carnivore diet. Watch it. And now in the next 30 days, I'm going to give you the same thing with keto. Keto is just, it's like, you know, less restrictive diet than carnivore is. So what happens? What happens when you just don't eat carbs? Your glucose levels tank, like non-existent. So your body releases limpus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. As you can tell, I'm not an expert at this. Some people are just like, hey man, I look like an expert, but I'm literally reading something right now. Limpus releases stored triglycerol? No, I don't think that's a good thing. Triglycerides? We'll call them tris, because I cannot pronounce that word. It'll be typed right here. So tris, your body releases tris, and fatty acids travel to your liver. And then your liver produces ketones, and that the ketones is what gives you energy. So, you know, your body literally takes these tris, changes them into ketones. Like, if things are released, your body's like, hey, I need to survive, so let's shoot out these ketones, and that's where your ketone testers are going to have your results. Like when you're tracking, if you're peeing on the little sticks, they're only good for a few hours, because it's tracking not the ketones but like the after effects of them, and your body will just get used to having ketones, so it'll say, oh well, you know, these don't work, but you're actually in ketosis. Several of my friends that are going through keto, they've heard that you should do a blood sample. So what do you do on keto? Well, now we know what keto is. It's your body changing stuff. What do? Well, it's no breads, so breads are gone. But here's the thing. What people don't understand, fruits, like 90% of fruits are gone. I literally research everything, like before meals, like, hey, can I have this? Can I have that? Look up everything. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna have an apple, high in carbs. I think blueberry is low in carbs. So what you need to do is set your carb limit, and you want like 10-20% of your calories to come from carbs. So you're tanking your numbers, and that translates to is, you know, maybe less than 20 carbs, which that's pretty steep if you're actually just ingesting any at all, because you have like onesies and twosies pop around and your numbers stack up pretty high. I know like Atkins is another low carb one, and they do like an Atkins 60 or Atkins 90, which, you know, that's the number of carbs, or an Atkins 30. That's another one. An Atkins 30, that 30 carbs in a day, not in a meal, in a day. So normally you're going to be ingesting like 200 to 300 grams of carbs in your diet throughout a day. So limit those numbers to like 20. Yeah, I shoot for 20. I shoot less than 20, single digits if I can, and high fats. Everything that I've been reading at keto is like, oh, you know, this, that, and another thing, but, you know, no carbs. Don't eat this kind of vegetable, like a lighter color vegetable, or higher in carbs. Green vegetables are lower in carbs, but they still do, so look them up. Look up that salad you're about to eat. But what I haven't seen the big push on is fats. Like, you need your fats. That's the thing with, you're helping your body by eating fats. And I know this is crazy. I gotta eat fatty food, like good fatty food, not like that freezer burrito, like a steak, or a chicken thigh. Not really chicken breast. I can't really do too much chicken breast. Eat like a meaty, fatty steak, or have that 81% lean hamburger. Something, get those fats. Have a bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffees, I started eating with my eggs, and it fills me up and satisfies for a while. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically adding, you take your coffee, take about 12 ounces of coffee, maybe 14 ounces of coffee in like a to-go mug, pour that into a blender. Add a tablespoon or two of butter. Salted butter, unsalted butter, doesn't matter, but make sure it's not that I can't believe stuff. And make sure that it's genuine butter. Made from milk, butter. I mean, that is the fat of the milk right there. And then I add collagen. I touched on this on a couple videos. Collagen is ground up bone stuff. My wife, suggests. So I'm giving myself more animal byproduct, I guess, or animal products that it's ground up bone marrow or ground up bones. I can't really remember. I guess I should research that. But it adds protein, and it's supposed to be really good for you. So it's like, I do 3 scoops out of the stuff that I order, 2 tablespoons of butter, 12 to 14 ounces of coffee into your blender. Make sure you cover the blender with a cap, because I didn't do that once, went everywhere. Anywho, blender on low, super low, like the lowest setting you can. Just get it, and what that does is it will blend together everything. Blender blend stuff. Anywho, so you're going to blend in your coffee. You're going to blend in that that butter. It's going to melt. That's what you want, because you just stir it with a fork. It's not going to really be that beneficial. So, yeah, have a bulletproof coffee with your eggs. So that's it. I'm doing keto for the next 30 days. I'm still researching other stuff. I think this is what I'm going to do. I was talking with my wife, like, where's this channel going? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a diet breakdown throughout the month. Probably going to be Monday, Wednesday. I'm going to try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the diet breakdown. I know it's Tuesday. Yesterday I got swamped with work and everything else. So I'm going to give you tidbits about what you can eat, what you can't eat, try to do some recipes maybe. Get out of my office. I'm stuck in my office, so I'm going to try to get out of my office into the kitchen outside, do some workouts, like that type of stuff. Workouts are going to be the other one. That's going to be a Saturday show. It's going to be an exercise breakdown. So I'm still working on my first one. It's going to be all about push-ups. I know people hate push-ups, but look out for that. I hope. You know what? I'm going to do it this weekend. I will film it over the next few days, and we're going to have that video. I'm going to make it my goal. I'm publishing this online, so I can't be a liar. I got to hold myself accountable. You guys got to hold me accountable. But right now, it's late. I got an early day of building stuff at work. So I'm going to go to sleep. You guys get some sleep, and we'll see you